I decided to go to the forest to get some berries. The problem was that I didn't know the area very well, so I ended up getting lost. I got out of the forest when it was already dark, and I came across some building near the railroad. 4 small houses with no lights on. Knocked on each one, nothing. But the last one, the farthest one, was open. I decided to go in for a rest after a long walk. It was warm inside, but smelled musty. Obviously no one had been in for a long time. But it was neat and clean. I sat down on the bed and listened. There was water gurgling somewhere nearby. The moon was shining through the only window. It was getting late, so I decided to sleep here until morning. I lay down and fell asleep. I don't know how long I slept, but I woke up with a strange feeling. I went to the window and saw a creature of enormous size standing right in front of me. Heard the sound of the creak, which seemed even louder than before. The creature stood there motionless, staring at me intently. I don't know how long it lasted, but suddenly the creature swayed and walked slowly toward the forest. I felt incredibly weak. Cold sweat poured over me. My hands were shaking, and I barely made it to my bed before I fell unconscious. The next day I woke up. The sun was high. It was apparent that it was noon. I felt weak, and my soul was full of anxiety. But, gathering the remnants of my strength, I went out of the house. Though the sound of the stream was no longer heard outside, I left the place and went home. I don't know what it was, but I think the creature hypnotized me and sucked my energy. For days afterward, thoughts of death and suicide were in my head. If it was a man, he was huge, probably 3 meters tall.